some reason I had a calling to do an unboxing of the new releases that came out officially today, of Rozz Williams and Gitane DeMone, live around the world. So I wanted to do an unboxing of that and introduce myself and why anyone should care what I have to say about a Rozz Williams release. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a Rozz fan who started collecting when I was 15. I picked up Christian Death's Ashes in a Las Vegas independent record store. It was an import on clear vinyl. And before that, I was what you would call a metalhead, a stoner, whatever. In Vegas, they were called stoners. I picked it up. It was pretty much a plain white, everyone has seen the jacket. It's a white jacket and it has the picture of the angel in the middle. And the simplicity of that, the name Christian Death, the word Ashes, and then the song titles on the back, prompted me to spend the $20 I was going to spend on, I believe, a Loudness import. I spent on a Christian Death import instead. And I got it home, unpackaged it. There was not a lot of information in there. I believe it did have a booklet. I'm not sure. But I was transfixed. It was transformative for me. I have been an obsessive Rozz fan since. And, in pre-internet days, unraveling the discography and finding out what all existed was pretty challenging. If it wasn't in the store and it wasn't in an article, you probably didn't know about it unless one of your friends had it. And I definitely didn't have any friends that were collecting Christian Death. So, jump another 10, 15 years. I was living in Florida when Rozz passed away. And right before his passing, I was fairly new to the internet and discovered Rozznet. And through Rozznet and another site, I met some Rozz fans. And Rozznet actually was the official Rozz Williams website. He had given it his blessing before he passed and had worked with the Graves and providing material and direction on what he wanted his site to be. And Rozznet has continued to exist since, I believe, 97. Early in Roznet's days, I was approached to do the multimedia section, which I did. And then in 2002, the Graves asked me to become the principal designer for the whole site. And I took on that mantle for about, I want to say 10 years. I designed and redesigned Rozznet a few times, and anyone that visited the site after 2002 and prior to about 4 years ago, even the site now, it's still my principal design. It's just not updated like it used to be. And that's my design for Rozznet. I didn't own it. But I definitely cherished having the mantle to design it. Through Rozznet and through my own personal website, I met many, many, many people in the Rozz community. Many people that were friends with Rozz and people that were just fans of Rozz. And so my collection has grown exponentially well, it grew exponentially for a number of years. It's at a point now where there's only really extremely rare items that I don't have. Like, I don't have any of the original premature ejaculation tapes. I don't have any of the original Helter tapes. I did have in my possession for some time some unreleased material from premature ejaculation, and part of that, those recordings became the releases that happened about 5 years ago through Malaise Media, and I'm sorry if I got that wrong. After I left Rozznet, I want to say that was in 2012, 2013, I'm not sure. I just sort of have gone quiet out of the community. There has been a lot of drama. There always has been since Rozz passed away, and probably before Rozz passed away, I'm not sure, but I was only privy to the after Rozz passing drama, and it was intense. It still is intense. People are very passionate, I understand that, and people have different ulterior motives, or just some people feel like they're the ones who are best to represent what Rozz's legacy should be, or that because they had a personal connection with him, that they're more the arbitrators of his collection, or the direction in which fans should be exposed to his material. So again, I'm lucky to have gotten what I did get in the years that I did. It's a lot harder now, I believe. I mean, even with file sharing sites, there are some exclusive recordings out there, and I have been lucky enough to find some of those. But even having said that, finding somebody, if you're a new Rozz fan, it can be very trying to, get those recordings out of someone's grasp, just for no other reason than just to hear them, and to have that curiosity and wonder what they sound like. I definitely understand. So I was right there with you. I was in that wheelhouse of, wow, there's all these recordings. I am kind of aware of that. They're out there. I wonder what they sound like, and to this day there's tons of recordings that I've never heard that I know exist, and they're in the hands of very few. So is that fair? I don't know. That's the reality of any musician that's beloved that has passed away. That could be said about Prince or Bowie or Nirvana or whoever. With that said, let's dig into the recording. Okay, so here we go. Straight from Germany. I ordered the double vinyl. I didn't do the special edition that comes with the CDs and the deluxe enamel pins. I really don't need enamel pins, so, but I will be purchasing the CDs at some point. But right now I wanted the vinyl. The clear vinyl is very limited, so I wanted to get my hands on those. I did pre-order, and I ordered them from Dark Vinyl. Okay, so here we have the sealed clear vinyl of In the Heart. And here's the back. These don't appear to be hand numbered, which surprises me. The Dream Home Heartache that came out on Dark Vinyl years ago was limited also, and it was numbered, hand numbered. So here is the Dark Vinyl logo. Alright, so let's see what else we have in here. And here is On the Altar. I am not sure who did the artwork for these. I will definitely add that into the video after I do some digging. Let's open up In the Heart. So we have not a picture sleeve. We have a plain black paper jacket, and here is the vinyl, which is very, very lovely. It's a little smoky. There's like some white smoky lines through it. As you can see, it's a plain black white label on each side. And let me see if there's anything else. This is also nice. The picture sleeve or paper sleeve, it's lined to protect the vinyl from scratches, which is a very nice touch. I wish more labels would do that, actually. And that is it. There is no download card. So you are getting the vinyl, and that is essentially it. There's no liner notes on the picture, no picture sleeve, no download card. So your information basically is on the back of the cover and on the front of the cover. So there's no photos of Rozz and Gitane. So, you know, it's a nice release. It could definitely, I feel like, could have included some photos that I know exist from the show. So, all right, let's open up on the altar. I am excited about this one. This one does contain much more of early Christian Death's songs, even pre-Gitane. We have Cavity on this one, and Spiritual Cramp, and then other songs that are early Christian Death: The Drowning, Cervix Couch, Sleepwalk, Ashes, Lament, The Luxury of Tears, and Awake at the Wall. So for fans of early Christian Death, of Rozz, Gitane, Valor, David, and this would be, you know, this would be the one. If you could only afford one, I would say, you know, this is probably the one that you would want to go after, because these songs are probably going to be much more meaningful for you. Alright, so let's pop this open. And again, it's just a plain black paper sleeve, no download card. This one is also lined, and again, the clear vinyl with some white smoky lines through it. The black and white center. So, with that said, I think, you know, it's probably a good idea if we do some comparative listening. You know, the pre-release information noted that these recordings were cleaned up, and I think Paul Rozz from Gitane DeMone Quartet was involved with that process. I can tell you that these recordings are from many different sources. Most of these are from bootlegs that were early tape trades in the Rozz community. So all of them are recorded during Rozz and Gitane's tour of Europe in, I want to say that was 96. I'm sorry if that's wrong. Material recorded on In the Heart. This one is more of the cabaret music that was featured on the Dream Home Heartache album. And this is recorded at Cas Rock in Edinburgh, La Plan in Paris, and The Vault in Miami. And one song from Miami that most fans might have is Time. That one was released on a compilation, and it's a really beautiful version of the Bowie song Time. So on the altar, we have material recorded again in Miami, at Rock World in Manchester, and the Astoria 2 London show, and those are from 95 and 96. I do have some of those original tapes, so I am going to do a comparison for you, and you can judge for yourself. Okay, so first we're going to start with my cassette. That would be this. My cassette is probably second generation. It was not from the original source, but from a trader who got a copy from the original source. So I believe I am second generation. So I'm going to shut up and let's listen to the quality of that recording. This is going to be Cervix Couch. Okay, so as far as Rozz bootlegs go, this is a better quality Rozz bootleg, especially, if you've heard any of the recordings that have emerged from Rozz's tours, you'll know that this is above par for the type of quality that you'll usually get. Problems with this recording is there is some hiss. That part of that hiss is obviously because my tape is second generation. Can't be avoided. And then it's a little tinny. There's a lack of bass. But the vocal quality is good. It's clear. You know what they're saying, and it sounds close. Alright, so with that said, let's go take a look at, or go take a listen to the vinyl of this version. Okay, so here is the vinyl version of Cervix Couch.
Together, all alone, places cannot claim our soul. Creed of love bars not our way, singing shapeless as our day. Fish leave the gutter.
Okay, so I'm no subject matter expert on sound quality, but for me that is night and day. That is a tremendous job in cleaning up these old recordings. I am more than impressed. So with all of that said, is it worth the money? I would say, in my opinion, it is well worth the money. If you are a Rozz collector and want something new to add to your collection, I would definitely recommend this. Especially if you're having a hard time finding those tapes that were well traded in the late 90s, early 2000s, and now are kind of scarce. These recordings are hard to come by. So this is an amazing overview of that tour in 95 and 96. And I think it's well worth the money, and they've done an amazing job. I feel like the packaging could have been much better, much more robust. It's unfortunate. We don't even really have any photos of Rozz and Gitane on these covers. But with that said, the quality of the audio, I think, is well worth the value of these records. I believe I did the pre-order for the 2 clear vinyls, and I think I spent $60 when it transferred from, or converted from euro to US dollars. So $30 a piece. That was with shipping. So if you go buy a new record today, you're going to spend at least, $18 to $30 on a new record. If it's limited and it's on clear vinyl, I believe these are limited to 400 copies each. You're gonna pay $30 in a store for these. So I think it's definitely worth it, and I would recommend any Rozz fan picking these up.